Good morning, everyone. Welcome by a new market outlook this week. It is currently 34 degrees here in Spain, in Barcelona. It's crazy, but we still need to keep going. And I think it's going to be an amazing week for trading. NFP just finished last Friday, and I want to show you what I'm looking at for this week. And starting off with the dollar. We can actually see, and sorry for not uploading last week, there's been some things going on, so that's why I didn't upload last week. But as you can see on the video before this one, we spoke about maybe even taking out this high, but we didn't, and the XY dropped down lower. We were a little bit stuck in a range on a daily, and obviously due to NFP as well, the dollar weakened. And we can see that as well on the Forex fundamentals dashboard. We can see here that the US dollar is not really that strong anymore, at least at the current moment. And yeah, that's what I'm looking at before even starting to analyze my charts. The last few videos I didn't really brought you into the fundamentals as well, because I don't want to have the videos too long. But to share a little bit about this is that you can see that the US dollar is not that really strong and that the euro is way stronger, and also the pound is not really that strong. But if you look at this one and the dollar, then of course if you go look at the chart at GBP/USD, then GU is gonna move up higher. We will dive in for that for a second. And as well, here you can see the cross pair score, that it is green, it is bullish for Euro USD. GBP USD is a little bit like neutral. But let's see what the week brings and where the liquidity points are. If you are interested in this kind of dashboard, you can use my code KD10 for 10% off, and use the link in the description down below. You can find it there, because there's so much more than only this in this dashboard, and you're still developing, so it's insane what kind of value this is. Going back to DXY, we are almost at this liquidity point, but I'm actually favoring more downside at the moment, also due to the fundamentals and based off multiple liquidity points here. And we made a big drop down lower. So going on to Euro USD. Euro USD can still move up higher. We are bearish on a daily. We took out on a 4-hour the highest liquidity points here on the left, but we didn't really give a reaction to go look for shorts. And what I noticed last week is that we took out this low and didn't break below it, and basically changed character right here. Also due to the FOMC meeting on Wednesday. But since then, the demand zones kept holding and we moved up higher. So for me, I think we can at least move up higher to this point of liquidity, maybe even taking out these descending highs. So that's what I'm aiming for. But as you can see, this is a really big push up due to NFP, and I don't like buying directly inside of this. So what I'm actually looking at is at least taking out this, but I'd rather see it moving up higher than taking it out and then look for buys, or we move lower, take out this or this to look for further buys. So let's see if that's gonna happen. Otherwise, maybe I'm only looking for 15-minute setups. That's what I'm doing on EU and GU as well. But that's not really what I'm talking about in those market outlooks. More long-term, more high time frame. So you have kind of bias what I'm looking at. The same goes for GBP USD. Also looking for buys. As you can see on the daily, where we were a little bit stuck, we are a little bit stuck still. But we're in a bullish swing still. And since we took out this low, didn't break below it, we're still moving up higher, so demand is holding. And that's why I'm actually still looking for buys. And I don't think that this liquidity point is going to give us a setup for shorts right now. And you want to move with the market and not against it. So for GBP USD, I'm actually looking at the same thing as Euro USD. moving up higher, then looking for a buy, or moving down lower and then looking for a buy. Basically the same thing. Going to 80 USD, finally it happened. What I've been talking about the last few weeks is we're in a daily bullish swing still. And we took out the lowest liquidity points and we moved up higher. We have a lot of more room to go to move up higher, so looking for buys as well on this one. And also, it is a little bit of a risk on at the moment, and this means that 80 UD is carrying strength, and that also favors 80 USD upside. So let's see if we can look for longs as well this week on 80 USD. Basically the same as EU and GU because they're anyway a bit moving the same. Obviously, you have to look at the different currencies, euro, pound, Australian dollar, of course, and look at the liquidity points you have. But demand is still holding. I'm favoring actually to take out this and then look for longs, but you never know what's going to happen like on Monday open. Let's see. And yeah, I think there's going to be a great buy next week. Then moving on to USD they finally got an intervention. I'm looking for longs as well because it's moving to the upside for a really, really long time. So it's not necessary to look for shorts. The only thing that's in the way is another intervention, of course. That's the only risk. So yeah, let's see. Right now, it tapped into this demand zone, and maybe I'm gonna just shoot in the buy next week, moving at least towards this point of liquidity with a big stop just to be in the move and be kind of safe if there's gonna be another intervention. USD Swiss is for me, on the other hand, a bit consolidative. Like to see more from this pair before I'm going to look for shorts or longs. I mean, it is bullish, but yeah, on a daily we didn't see a really big retracement yet. Also, these lows are not really favorable to if you place like a trend line to the long from, because obviously the more touch points you get, the riskier it gets to the long from this one. So I'd prefer to a little bit more downsides to see and then look for more longs. So let's see. This should be a strong low because it took out liquidity on the lower time frame because we're on a daily or like 4 hour. But for me right now, it's too difficult to look for any longs because we're basically a little bit stuck. USD cat, looking for shorts. This was an amazing short if you took it because it tapped in the 4-hour supply after breaking this low and taking out liquidity. So congrats if you took that short. We're now looking for a new short towards the downside because on the 1 hour, this was also a nice play. But obviously you should have held it with NFP. I'm not really a fan of that. Only if you have really the room for that and if you wanna like pass a challenge and just risk on it, but not on like your life capital or anything like that. So for me, USD CAD is basically on the other side of your USD, looking for shorts on this. We can move up lower if you take out this, but it's a little bit low to look for shorts. So I'd like to see this, or at least get above this, or make the connection to this supply zone and look for shorts. Then the last one, NZD USD. Yeah, I'm not really sure. We took out this liquidity high, but I don't think it's ready to move down lower yet. Even though the USD is not that strong and NZD showed a lot of strength last week or last weeks. So for me, kind of stuck in a range, can move up higher, can move down lower. For me, not really fair play at the moment. So that was it for this week. If you have any questions, let me know and I'll see you next week.